Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a monthly plan with me for the month of August using my monthly digital planner. Every month I create a digital planner dedicated for just 1 month only. So it's a great way to enter the digital planning world if you've never done it before, because it's only 1 month, it's easier to use, easier to navigate and understand, and then you're also not paying a bunch of money for a planner when you're not sure if you enjoy it yet. It's also great if you get bored easily like me and like to switch things up. Every month I create a different theme. So for August, I kind of went with a sunny yellow theme for the last month of summer here. And it also comes with matching digital stickers with the monthly digital planner as well. So if you're interested in purchasing the monthly digital stickers and the digital planner, it's in my Etsy shop, which I have linked down below. Now moving on to the digital planning part, we are just going to open up the planner, and to do that, you just tap the August. So the first thing that I'm going to do is my August overview. You can access it by either tapping on the August overview in the index, or you can click on the tab that says overview. I really love this page because it just gives me a glance at everything that I need to do for the month. I can list out all my birthdays or any events that I have going on, any appointments, and then my top 3 priorities and just other important to-dos that I need to do for the month. I also create a focus, and then when I do my review and reflection at the end of the month, I can go back to this page and kind of see what I did or didn't do and just see how the month went. So the first thing that I'm going to write is my focus for the month, which is getting back on track with working out and eating healthy for me. I kind of fell off that train a little bit, probably back in June, just because summer came around, my kids were home more, and I had a lot going on with work, and then also creating the student digital planners and mid-year planners as well. So that's what I'm going to write in here. So the next thing I'm going to do is write out my top 3 priorities for the month. So things that I really want to get done. And then the next thing here is just other important to-dos that I really want to get done this month as well. Alright, so these are all the things that I really want to get done for the month. So now that I have that all planned out, I am going to move on to any birthdays and events. Luckily, there's not a whole lot going on this month, which I'm actually kind of thankful for because June and July were absolutely insane for me. So I'm kind of welcoming the slower month. So it's my sister Lindsay's birthday this month, so I'm just going to write this in. And then moving on, I'm going to write in any appointments that I have for the month. And luckily I only have a couple, and they're actually self-care appointments, so I can't be complaining too much. The first one that I have here is a skin treatment that I'm gonna go do. I unfortunately suffer from adult acne at the lovely age of 34. And so I've been working really hard trying to take care of my skin as best as possible. And it's actually been paying off. My skin has been looking better, so I'm thankful that I'm able to do that for myself. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is add some pictures and stickers and a few highlighters just to make the page a little bit more colorful. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put a couple stickers down here. I like to make like a little collage at the bottom. So I'm just going to click the image tool at the top and scroll through until I find some pictures. Here's one, and I'm just going to crop it to make it more square shaped, just because this isn't very wide. So let's try that size, and then I'm just going to move it down, kind of just size it in there. And then I'm going to choose one more. I think I'm going to use this one. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to crop it more into a square shape. And the next thing that I'm going to do is add some digital stickers. So I'm going to add some of the stickers that I made with this monthly digital planner. So I'm going to add in this little butterfly here. Just kind of stick it on top like that. And then I'm also going to add in this lemon. And I think I'm just going to add something in this space just because it kind of looks empty. I think I'm going to go with this ice cream right here just to help it fill in the space and add some of this minty color as well. So something else I like to do is add in highlighter colors, and I like them to match the stickers. In case you didn't know, you can actually use a color dropper tool. So if you click the highlighter and then click a color at the top, you can do custom, and then there's this little color dropper, and you can use it to select different colors. So I like to use the stickers as a reference. So the first one I'm going to do is the light mint color, and then the next one here, I'm going to use the darker mint color. And then for this one, I'm going to use the lighter yellow color. I'm going to use the butterfly because there's an orangey color and then like a medium yellow color. I'm going to do that instead. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but for that orangey color. Just need to find a spot, oops, there, with more of the color. So then you can see at the top here, I have the colors that I can use to highlight the page. So every week, the week that I'm working on, I like to highlight up here. So then every week I will come in and highlight it. And it just lets me know what weeks I've done. And then the next thing I like to do is make little dots along the edges that I can check off as I do things. So I'm just gonna start with the orange again. And then I kind of just go down using different colors and make a pattern. So then it kind of looks something like that. And then I'm gonna do the same just to add some color along the sides here on the date dots. And then just to add some more color as well, I'm going to maybe draw an outline around here, but I think I'm actually gonna use the pen tool instead. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did to select the colors. I'm gonna go to custom, and then I'm just going to select the custom colors here to match the pens as well. So then up here, I'm going to just draw. It doesn't have to be perfect because it will snap to shape, but I'm just going to draw a rectangle. And then as you can see, it kind of colored it in a nice little green color there. And then I think I'm actually going to do the same down here, but with the yellow. So now that my August overview is all done, I'm going to head to the next page, which is the vision board page. So I've actually already created an August vision board for Instagram, and I posted that over on my Instagram page, and people loved it so much that they asked me if I could export it and upload it as a PNG. So I did that and uploaded it to my Freebie Studio. So you can actually download it from my Freebie Studio and insert it onto your vision board page. Otherwise, you can go onto Pinterest or Google or anywhere that you find pictures that inspire you, and you can put them onto your vision board and create one here in GoodNotes. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that picture that I uploaded to my Freebie Studio. So to do that, I'm going to go to my images, and then I'm going to find the picture that I had saved, and then I'm just going to drag it so that it lines up with the black border on this page. And then it will look something like this when you are done resizing it. So the next page that I'm going to go to is the calendar page, and this is where I'm going to plan out my month. Some of you may know that I work as a nurse part-time, so I'm going to go ahead and write in all the shifts that I have scheduled so far. I don't have them for the whole month yet. I only get them for a week at a time, so I'm just going to write in the few that I do have scheduled already. in case you guys didn't know, GoodNotes recently introduced this amazing feature where you just circle with the lasso what you want to copy, and then you can just click the duplicate button. So it makes it so much easier to duplicate anything that needs to be repeated. So these are all the shifts that I have scheduled for the month so far. And so the next thing that I'm going to do is go in and write any appointments. And the last thing I'm going to do is write any events, so the birthdays or just like anything that I need reminded of for the month. Down in this section, I like to write any little reminders that I need to do for the month that don't necessarily have a due date. So I'm just going to write those down in here, and I'm going to use a different font just to switch it up and make it a little more fun. I really like this font called Always on My Heart, and I believe it's free on dafont.com. I will link it down below just so you guys can download it if you would like to. And then when you change your font, I always like to size it and then go to save as default, because then when you open up a new text box, it's not gonna change the font on you. It's always gonna use the font that you have saved up here. And I think I'm going to insert one of my little sticky backgrounds here behind it. I think I'm gonna use this yellow. That is very large, so I'm going to resize that down. And then I'm just going to click on it and select arrange and then send to back, and it will put it behind the font that I just did. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just write out the little reminders here. I'm just changing everything to lowercase because I like it better in script writing. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight everything. So I like to color code everything. So for example, I will highlight all my work as the same color, and then any appointments as the same color, and then events and little reminders I do in different colors. So I'm gonna do my work in the light mint color. And then I think I'm gonna make the appointments the lighter yellow color. I'm going to make the reminder for my library books to return this darker yellow orangey color, and then my sister's birthday I'm going to make the darker color. And then down here I'm just going to make little highlighter circles that I can tick off as I do everything. Now I'm just going to insert some stickers to decorate the planner, and then I'll be done with the month. So I think I'm just gonna leave the monthly planner spread just like this. I don't like to overcrowd my planners and put lots of stickers because it just overwhelms me. I like to keep it a little bit more simple, but still organized. So I'm going to leave that like this for now. And then as the month goes on, I'm sure the last half of the month is going to fill up a little bit more here. So the next thing I'm going to do is plan out the first week of August. So I'm going to click on week 1, and then it's going to take me to the week 1 planner spread. So I'm actually planning this week a bit late because I did go to Seattle for the first half. So I'm planning it halfway through this week already. So I'm going to probably just ignore the first 4 here and then plan the last 3 dates with my to-dos here. So I'm just gonna write in that I went to Seattle just so I know that if I need to refer back to anything, that's why these days are blank. And then I think I'm just going to draw a little line down the pages or the boxes that I was gone for. So I was gone till Wednesday. And then I think I'm just gonna add like a little dot at the end just to spice it up a little. And then I think I might highlight this as well. So I'm gonna start off by first writing out my to-dos, so my top 3 priorities, just like how we did on the overview, but instead of the month, this is just for this week, and then just any other important to-dos that I would like to get done this week. I also like to keep track of any habits, although I know this week is going to be really bad for my habit tracking because I was gone for half the week. And then sometimes I just add little pictures down here, or if I need to carry over any thoughts to the next week, I will write those in there as well. So let's start by first writing out the top priorities here. So clearly I have a lot on my mind because I don't think I'm going to be getting all of this done this week, but I'm going to try and get as much done as possible. And my husband is also off of work this week on holidays, so he will help me as well. So the next thing that I'm going to add on here are the habits that I normally track, although I know I am not going to be doing some of them, but we'll see how the rest of the week goes here. And I also like to draw around the box just to add some color, so I'm going to make it that darker orange color. And then when I am ready to check off things that I've done, instead of checking it, I actually just dot the square with the highlighter. So I'm just going to check off what I have done so far. That's really all I've done this week. Sadly, my dogs were in boarding, so they did get walked. And then I have not been drinking enough water this week just because of traveling and all that. And I have not worked out this week either. So we're just going to ignore that and then just carry it over to the next week instead. And then I'm also going to add in the highlighter dots that I like to use to check out along here as well. And I'll just add in the 2 shifts that I have this week. And then I also like to add little highlighter circles to check off beside things in my boxes as well. So I'm just going to add in a few stickers. And then down in here, I think I'm going to add some little pictures that I took from Seattle. I'm just going to crop it as well because, again, it's just a little bit too tall. GoodNotes came out with this tape feature not too long ago. It's actually, I think, for studying where you cover up the words and then you can uncover it to help you memorize. But I actually like to use it for scrapbooking, like putting little pieces of tape along pictures just to make it look like you taped it to the page. So again, I'm going to use the color dropper tool to find a color that matches my color scheme this month. And then I'm just going to do it for 3 different colors since I have 3 different pictures. So now that I have the 3 colors that I like along the top, you just select the tape tool and then you can change the width of the tape. I'm just gonna leave it as the medium one here, and then you just draw across. I think I might actually use the smaller one. It looks kind of big. So I just changed it to the smaller one, and then you're just gonna draw across, and then it creates like a little tape feature there. I think I'm just going to leave my weekly spread as this, especially since the week is half over. And again, I don't like to go overboard with stickers on my page because I don't like it to look cluttered. So I think this is the perfect amount of color, but yet it makes it functional and easy to look at. So I think that's all I'm going to do in my planner. So if I want to plan the next week, I can swipe and then here's week 2. But you can also click on the side here on the tabs, or everything is hyperlinked, so if you're on the month, you could click week 2 to take you there as well. And so if I go back to the beginning, I'll just kind of review here what the planner looks like. So here's the front page, and then when I go to overview, this is what my month looks like at a glance. And then I can go to my vision board just for some inspiration. Again, I kind of like to make everything a certain color theme for the month, so I did that with the vision board as well. Then when I go to my calendar, I can see everything laid out with the dates. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the overview page. It's just that you can see it with the dates all laid out in front of you. And then with week 1, this is what I have planned for the week, and then I can go through and then just check things off as I do them. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this type of content or if there's anything else that you want to see. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.